Where are you from? Do you need the police?
Hello. Speak English?
Just take your hands out. I want to make sure you got nothing in your hands.
Take your hands out of your pockets. What are you doing, mate?
Do you understand that what you're doing is strange behaviour?
What have I done?
So this is a police station, and you're wandering around the cars, looking in the windows?
Why?
Yeah, that's what we're asking. Why are you doing that?
What's your name, mate? What's your name? What's your name?
Why are you looking all... What's the matter with you?
Why?
What's the matter with you?
Why are you shouting?
He's just walked up and down here.
Walking all around the front in the barrier, but he's a bit
Barrier,
standoffish.
looking round us. I've been round our cars here, and now he won't talk to us.
So start speaking, please.
Start speaking, please, because I need a reason for why you're here.
The moment the officers arrive, their tone is aggressive and demanding, shouting for the auditor's name and insisting he start speaking to justify why he's standing outside a public building. But here's the truth: no one in the UK is legally required to explain their presence in a public space, least of all outside a police station, which is paid for by the public and open to scrutiny. This is a clear example of officers trying to flip the burden, demanding justification from someone who has committed no crime purely because they don't like being filmed. But in-law suspicion isn't built on feelings or attitude. It must be grounded in objective, observable facts. Standing in a public area with a camera does not create suspicion. It does not justify demands for ID, and it certainly does not justify aggressive interrogation.
What's your name, please, sir? What's your name?
He only walked along the building line on the other side of them two cars and up to the door.
He's see him, look around the corner. And then he's been up and down here. And see, now he won't talk to us. What you do? Walks off when he saw us, looking up and down here by the door.
If you just listen, if you're just wandering around and you're wondering what it is, that's fine. But you've got to talk to us and you've got to tell us that. Yeah. If you're walking around the police station, which is suspicious, and then you don't want to talk to us.
Why are you so shocked?
Then it makes it worse.
Why are you so shocked?
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is a police station.
It's a police station, and you're on.
And you're walking around it.
All
I
right.
don't know why you're walking around the police station. If no one's answering from the front desk.
No, he's not. He's just wandering around.
So why are you wandering around?
I came,
Yeah, and then you came round.
looked there,
Yeah.
walked here,
Yeah.
then I'm here.
Yeah. What's your name, please?
5 police.
What's
5.
your name?
Because you're on police property.
You can't just walk onto police property and have a look.
Why?
What do you mean, what?
The auditor calmly explains what he did. He walked through one public entrance of the station, looked around, and exited through another, all without causing disruption, acting suspiciously, or entering any restricted area that is completely lawful. But instead of responding reasonably, the officer lashes out, shouting, "You can't just walk on police property and have a look." And when the auditor rightly asks why not, the officer explodes with, "What do you mean why?" Yelling, "Not policing." The officer's angry outburst shows not only a lack of professionalism, but also a complete inability to explain the law. He's trying to enforce, shouting at a member of the public for calmly asking a reasonable question is not policing, it's bullying dressed in uniform.
Asking is who you are.
He said I can't walk into police property.
So what are you doing?
Going past the
Did you see me going past the barrier?
Oh, you can speak a bit better English now.
I never said I don't speak English.
Come back over, mate. Come back over.
I don't want to come back out.
So are you doing this just to try and test our response?
I just came for what's the problem?
Yeah, so if you're just being nosy, then just say you're just being nosy.
That's it.
I don't need to say nothing. What, are you guys crazy or something?
Well, you need to
You're
appreciate
acting crazy, mate.
How am I acting crazy?
You are.
I just walked. I looked into the gate. Literally looked.
Why?
Because I got eyes, my friend.
Why are you doing that?
Because I've got eyes. I can look. What are you looking at?
You.
Why?
Because I am, mate.
Why?
Because I am. Because I'm suspicious of why you're...
So you can look and I can't look?
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't look at me.
You take your hands out of your pocket. Can you take your hands out of your pocket, man?
Right. I think you're going to be searched, mate, so I'm not too
Oh,
happy.
oh,
I'm not too happy
whoa,
with what's in your
whoa.
room at the moment. All right. Hands out your pockets, please.
The situation escalates. One of the officers steps in close and begins eyeballing the auditor in an intimidating manner, not speaking, not engaging, just standing over him. With a confrontational stare, the auditor tells him to take his hands out of his pockets. A fair request given the officer's body language and the tension he's creating. Instead of de-escalating, the officer lashes out and suddenly initiates a search. No clear grounds, no warning, no proper explanation, just immediate physical action. And that is a serious problem. Under Section 1 of PACE, officers may only conduct a stop and search If they have reasonable grounds to suspect the person is carrying stolen goods, offensive weapons, or prohibited items, not only must they possess those grounds, before the search begins, they are also legally required to state them clearly to the person being searched, along with their name, station, the legal power they're using, and what they're looking for. This is covered in Pace Code A. This isn't lawful policing. It's retaliatory behavior. The officer wasn't acting on intelligence or reasonable suspicion. He was reacting to a member of the public who had the confidence to assert his rights, and in doing so, he violated the very rules that exist to protect both officers and the public.
Your behaviour, looking into the buildings and looking around the building line.
You wouldn't take your hands out your pockets.
Won't take your hands out your pockets, so I'm going to search.
Well, he didn't take his hands out of his
And at the end
pocket.
of the conclusion of the search, you are entitled to a copy of the stop search form, alright?
So one apiece.
Happy with that, yeah?
I'm not happy with that at all.
I'll give you the explanation why.
Why do you put the cuffs on?
Because I don't trust what's in your
wouldn't
pockets.
take your hands
I
out
don't know
your
what's in.
pockets,
I
What, you don't want to take your hands out of your
I
pocket?
don't know what's in your rucksack.
What's in my rucksack? Why are you taking my hat off?
So I need to look and read it.
You guys are idiots, man. I literally just arrived, man.
Yeah, through. He probably is recorded.
Who says I'm recording? Are you guys recording?
I'm recording.
I'm recording.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Have to record.
My body camera's been on since I first came.
Well, you should have told me, maybe.
Search begins. The auditor is the one who has to raise a critical point. Are you recording? Only then do the officers respond almost defensively, confirming that their body and video is on. But by that time, the search is already underway, and none of them had said a word about recording beforehand. This is a clear failure to follow basic policing standards. According to the College of Policing's authorized professional practice, body and video officers are expected to inform members of the public at the earliest opportunity that they are being recorded, particularly in confrontational situations or when using police powers, such as stop and search. The policy exists to promote transparency, reduce complaints, and ensure both sides are protected. The fact that not a single officer mentioned recording until the auditor brought it up shows a disregard for that policy.
Hey guys, are you like crazy or something? I literally just arrived. I came here. That's it. Are you doing this? Why?
You just spoken to the officer.
I don't need to speak.
And explain. Calm down.
I don't have to speak.
Calm down.
I don't have to though.
So you're recording us on the camera in the glasses, yeah?
Ah, you noticed the camera now. Well done. What is wrong with you lot? Hang on. Why are you doing this?
I'm searching you. I'm searching
Why?
my place.
One
Because of
apiece.
your behaviour, your suspicious behaviour.
All right.
Okay.
You seem to forget a lot of things.
I don't forget anything.
Oh yes, you have. You have. Yeah, I want to remind you. I usually remind the idiots like, "Oi, don't touch me there. Easy, man. That's my private part." Yeah, I'm gonna need my search record, please.
What's your name?
Yes, I am, man.
My name is I'm gonna need my stop search. That's my name.
Your name is I'm going to need my stop.
Yes, that's it.
You're going to give me a real name, sir, or not?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna give me my stop search.
Can't give you a stop search for that, you see, so.
Yes, you can.
The auditor is absolutely right in the situation, and the officer is clearly misinformed. After the search is completed, the auditor asks for a copy of the stop and search form, which he is legally entitled to. The officer wrongly claims he can't provide it unless the auditor gives his personal details. That's not how the law works. Under Pace Code A, which governs stop and search powers, in England and Wales, an officer must provide a written record of the search either on the spot or within 12 months of the request. A person does not need to provide their name or address to receive this form. Refusing to give personal details does not forfeit.
I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to give me a stop search, but you know what's gonna happen. You know.
You're not listening to, you're not being reasonable.
No.
You know,
You can give me a stop search without me giving you details.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, of course you're just gonna do that.
What do you mean, of course? Why are you shouting?
Why am I searching? Because I just got searched.
Yeah.
I was put in cuffs and got searched just for walking past, looking at a police station. That's what.
Acting really suspicious.
What did I do that was suspicious? What did I do that was suspicious? Other than I didn't want to speak to these idiots. What did I do that's suspicious?
What you've got to remember is
What did I do that was suspicious?
the suspiciousness might not be in the initial act. It's more in your behaviour afterwards when you reapproach her.
I don't want to speak to you, my friend.
But you didn't say that.
I didn't have to say anything. Do I have to say anything?
That's your right.
I arrived. I looked at the gate and I walked past. That's all I did.
But by being confrontational
I wasn't confrontational.
and dismissive,
I do want to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. Do I have to talk to
you
you?
didn't say that though. You don't have to do it. You don't have to stay here now. You've been told you can leave.
Yeah, I want my stop
You
search.
want this argument.
I want my stop
That's what you
search.
came here for.
No. Do I want this argument? I look for tyrants like you guys all the time.
You
Yes.
want this
No. I
confrontation.
look for the kind of tyrants like
You want to waste our time.
I want to waste your time.
Yeah.
No. You
Because
wasted
that's
your
what
own
you come
time.
here for.
You wasted your own time.
So what have you achieved today?
What have I achieved? What have you achieved? What have you achieved?
Well,
What have you achieved other than infringing on my
I could have
rights?
been halfway to my patrol area by now.
Other than infringing on...
Frustrated by being challenged, the officer tries to throw the focus back on the auditor questioning what he's accomplished by being there, but it's a weak deflection, one that only exposes how badly the situation has been handled. The truth is the auditor didn't escalate anything. He stood in a public space, broke no laws, and still ended up being searched, shouted at, and treated like a suspect without cause. What's really being achieved is the exposure of poor policing, from unlawful use of stop and search to a complete lack of professionalism. The officer's attempt to undermine the audit only reinforces why it's necessary. Because if filming outside a police station leads to this kind of treatment, something is clearly broken.
Nobody's infringed on your rights.
Nothing. You just flexing your powers.
It was removed partially for the purpose of a stop search, and now it's been given back to you.
Just tell me.
Say that again?
I said your right to liberty was removed.
You had no right to
and now it's
search
been
me.
given back to you.
But you had no right to search me. That's what you did. You infringed on my rights for no reason other than
You think
your
it's no-
paranoia and flexing your powers.
You
That's
think
it.
it's for no reason.
Of course it's no reason. Okay, I can look at a police station.
Do you want to give me your details, sir, or not?
Can I not look at a police station? Are you guys crazy or something?
Nobody said you can't.
Just because I didn't want to tell you why did I look?
Came out and asked what you were doing.
Okay, I don't have to answer to
We
you.
have to make sure that you haven't got any malicious intent towards the vehicles, the building, and the people with
So anybody that comes here, that's what happens to them unless they tell you what we're doing?
The front office is not open.
Sorry?
Yeah? That front office is not open.
It's not what?
So that front office is
Police
closed.
station there,
Yeah, so that's not a public police station that's open to the public.
Do I have the right to stand here? Yes or no?
Yeah, you can stand there.
All right then.
You can stand where you want.
So why was I searched under section 1 of PACE?
That's for that office.
When the auditor asks the perfectly reasonable question, why he was searched under Section 1 of PACE, the reaction from the surrounding officers says everything. Rather than offer an explanation or justify the decision, they simply point to the officer who carried out the search and say that's for him to decide. It's a subtle moment, but incredibly telling. This kind of body language and verbal deflection suggest one thing: they know he messed up. None of them want to attach themselves to the search. Not one officer steps in to back up the decision or clarify the legal grounds, because they likely can't. Instead, they distance themselves, effectively isolating the officer who carried it out, as if to say, that's on him, not us. In policing, when an officer uses a power like stop and search, especially under something as specific as Section 1 of PACE, their colleagues should be fully aware of the grounds, the legality, and the rationale. If no one around him can articulate why the search happened, or worse, refuses to, it raises serious questions about whether there were any legitimate grounds.
Section 1 of PACE, on me.
I haven't.
He did.
I'll start down to
Yeah,
that.
I'll explain my grounds, and I'm more than happy with my grounds.
So what's your grounds, my friend? You weren't even here. You weren't even here.
I've told you the grounds. I'm not going to
Can you
say it
repeat them?
again. No,
Well, you're going to write them on your stupid form.
I'm not going to write them on the
Oh, you're not going to write them on the form.
You'll be able to get a copy of that, won't you?
You're going to write them grounds on the form. This guy's an idiot, man.
Both legally and professionally under Section 2 of PACE and PACE Code A, officers are legally required to inform the person being searched of the specific grounds. For that search, at the time it takes place, those grounds must also be clearly recorded on the stop and search form. This record isn't optional, it's a crucial part of transparency and accountability. It ensures that any use of police powers can be reviewed, scrutinized, and challenged if necessary. Refusing to repeat the grounds undermines the entire purpose of the stop and search process. The auditor has every right to understand exactly why he was searched, and that explanation should be clear, specific, and on record. An officer saying he won't write it down is essentially admitting that he doesn't want his actions reviewed, and that's deeply troubling.
Well, yeah, basically, I go around and search for the police abuse powers.
I don't know why you're getting so angry about it.
Because I was
be
put
happy.
in cuffs. Because first of all, I was put in cuffs, and you're being sarcastic with me. I can be sarcastic all day long. As soon as you come, you look around the police station, you get jumped on. That is not normal. You guys are not normal. It's not us or me. You guys are not normal. I just came to look. I have the right to look. Do you understand? I have the right to show a police station to people. That's what I do. I can send what I like.
You need to stand by cars. You don't need to go around the rear. When you
I didn't go to the rear. The first thing I did is reading that sign that says, don't go to the rear. I didn't go to the rear.
So these officers have approached you, and you can just explain apologies, didn't realise, and then I'll go on my way. simple.
Look, if I did the same thing anywhere else, nothing will happen. But then again, I was put in cuffs.
You refuse to correspond with the officers.
Because I don't have to.
You then stepped over again and then created more issues.
Because one of you, I can't remember.
In their wisdom, and correct wisdom, to speak to you and conduct that search, as explained.
Fine.
And if you wish to have the copy of that stop search,
I want that
attend
copy.
any police station of your choice.
Yeah.
And request that copy. If
Right.
not, at the end of it, when it's done, they'll show you a barcode and it'll give you a unique reference
Yeah.
number of your stop search.
I'm aware of all
Okay.
that. I'm aware of all that. The reason I stepped in here, because I can't remember
The
which...
reason why you stepped in
Hey, now let me talk.
because you wanted to antagonise the officer.
No, because
you were standing there.
one of you said, I shouldn't be in police ground. I showed him that I can be on police grounds.
This is why
I can be on police.
Try and get
Oh my
officers-
God. I can be on police ground if I wanted to because it's open.
It's entirely up to you. Yes, correct. You can walk through there. You can
Yes,
walk through there. but
if an area is
walking around
restricted,
police-
then I
Why are
won't.
you
If it's
walking
not,
around
I
police
will.
vehicles and around staff vehicles, then we have a concern.
The officer claims the auditor is antagonizing police by stepping onto police property. He's trying to frame a lawful act as intentionally provocative. But the auditor responds with clarity he wasn't there to cause conflict, he was simply demonstrating. A valid point that certain areas of police property are open to the public, and entering them is not in itself unlawful. And he's right, police stations often have publicly accessible areas, such as car parks, lobbies, or walkways unless clearly marked. Otherwise, simply being present in those areas doesn't constitute trespass suspicion or antagonism. In fact, the auditor's intent matters, and here it was to illustrate that being on police property isn't inherently a breach, it's only a breach if he enters a restricted zone or acts unlawfully. Neither
Position that you may be acting in a unnatural way.
But what's your reasonable suspicion?
Hey, you may have been, trying to break into a vehicle? Interfere with the vehicle?
Hostile reconnaissance, but you used section 1. You didn't use section 43.
I said it could have been. I didn't say
It could have been. So why did you use section 1 then?
I didn't.
You
Officer
didn't.
chose
Why did he then?
You need to speak to the officer.
So there could be so many other
It
things.
could be. You're right,
Yes.
it could be quite legitimate. It could be quite an innocent thing. You have not interacted with us. You've refused me.
Because I don't have to, my friend.
That could be classed as.
As?
What's your intention? So that's why we have to interact with you. We don't know what you've got in your bag. You could have weapons or all.
Look, this guy just looked. Look, and he's got a bag. Look, behind you. Look, he's got a bag just like mine.
Like a normal member of the public, like yourself.
But he just
decides
looked.
to walk
I
back.
swear, I saw him looking.
Yes, but
Then
he's
you
not
walk
walking around police premises, is he?
I just arrived. I literally just
You've
arrived.
asked him why, and I've explained.
But he just walked past as well.
And he,
So why don't you jump on him then?
Because he's not gone into police premises, has he?
But what's wrong with going into police premises? There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, I do want a copy of stop search. There is nothing wrong for me to walk in here.
Right,
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much for your time, sir.
You're an idiot. I'm guessing the front desk is not open for public then.
As the officer finally hands over the stop and search form, the interaction comes to a close. But the damage has already been done. What should have been a routine, an uneventful moment, a member of the public filming outside a police station, spiraled into aggression, unlawful use of power, and a clear breakdown in professionalism. This entire situation could have been avoided with a basic understanding of the law and a measured approach. The auditor stood in a public space, acted calmly, and explained his actions. In return, he was shouted at, wrongly searched under Section 1 of PACE, without proper grounds, handcuffed unnecessarily, and denied a lawful explanation for the search. Even when asked for justification, officers deflected responsibility, refused to provide clear grounds, and showed a complete disregard for procedure, including failing to inform him of body of recording and initially withholding the stop and search form unless personal details were provided. Key moments like the officer refusing to repeat or document his legal grounds, or colleagues distancing themselves from the search, entirely exposed the clear misuse of power and the accusation that the auditor was antagonizing police simply for being on publicly accessible property shows just how far these officers were stretching to justify their behavior. In the end, the auditor remained composed, stood firm on his rights, and exposed a group of officers who not only misunderstood the law but were willing to double down. Rather than admit fault, this audit served its purpose not by provoking officers but by revealing how easily authority can be misused when left unchecked. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Auditing Britain. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching.